the sailor mass always had a hold on me from a little boy. When mommy and daddy carried me to see mass, 7 and 8 years old, I remember all on Norfolk Street buying novels. The sailor bands would be rivalry sort of thing, one behind the other. There were about 2 or 3 different sailor bands from Belmont. And everybody had their own style, you know, so there's a big competition. And the most competition came through the dance. And you will see some of the best movements, both fireman and sailor, when you watch these guys coming down the road. Everybody's showing off on one another. And I used to say to myself, this is a beautiful thing. The sailor, I got to learn to do that. But nobody knows what was going through my mind. My mother, my father, my brother, nobody. So when Carnival was over, I would find myself in the yard with a broomstick, and I keep practicing, trying to mimic what I saw them doing. So it became a part of me, trying to mimic the steps that these guys been doing, and it had I got so involved that when I hit the road, I had to show everybody what I could have done with the movements. And a lot of them, Jason, most of the guys encourage me to say, you look so good. You say, you're wonderful. And they keep encouraging me. Sailor mass is a part of steel band. The beat of the steel band, it gives you an energy. It energizes one with a certain rhythm to execute steps and movement. And dance really is steps and movement, grace, you know. And there are so many youths in school that would love to do it, but they don't know who they are and what it's all about. So when the NCC has introduced it into the schools, and you find that the movement of the children is natural, and once they get involved in it, you could actually see where the steel band is part of the whole they call the sailor movement. If you try to play the jump up music to teach those children the steps, you aren't going to get no place. So the steel band has a particular beat that energizes you to gyrate your system, to execute movement. In the 1880s, when all the different ships used to come to Trinidad and Tobago, and our foreparents and our forerunners have written the history, how this whole concept came about is when the sailors come off the ship and they may try to more or less walk in a straight line kind of thing while they speak with one another. You find they're all drifting in kind of thing. And the local man who doesn't know will say, well, they're from the sea, they're from the boat, and they're drunk. They drink a lot of liquor and they're drunk, so they can't keep a straight course. But it wasn't that. It was the rocking of the boat while they're on their travels and the amount of days they were on the sea. And if you should travel one of these days for those on a rough sea and for some miles and come off and try to walk straight, you will see for what I'm telling you is the truth. You cannot keep a straight line. You always walk as though you have something in you. You cannot balance yourself. And this is how the dance came about. And together with what our older folks used to dance, they call the bote, right? The heel and toe. All is an incorporation of these earlier dance forms from our foreparents that we come and get involved into calling it or marrying it with the sailor movement. So they call it the sailor movement, and the whole world knows it. When I go out there, these people are so willing to learn the steps, right? You are from Trinidad and Tobago. This is your thing. This is our creation. Just like this steel band. This is our creation to the world of Mass. Why can't you appreciate it and try to create something? Don't let it die. When we gone, don't let it just go. So what we were trying to do is to put that piece of history into the children's minds so that they will be able to appreciate it.